Hey everyone, I am Pion and welcome to Pion's Perspective today with another Strife patch episode for the Strife patch 0.4.11 or 11 I should say, probably. Okay, so we have a new hero, it's called Aya. Aya, you can see her in this pic. She's a support hero. Her ultimate is some kind of global AoE heal damage skill. Sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to it, getting another support hero in the mix. She sounds like the hero I like to play, so yeah, I'm glad she got added. I hope S2 is not overdoing it with the new heroes, though. I like to have the hero pool small, but well, we'll see about that, I guess. We got a bunch of hero and item balance changes, so let's take a quick look. Caprice got a small buff by reducing the mana cost of her quick draw. Probably a good idea because she's always low on mana, and she needs a small buff right now to be viable for competitive play. Harrower got a nerf to his Q. A Predator Strike has an increased cooldown now. This makes him a little less annoying and might break his dominance in the solo bot lane right now. Would be nice to see that. So this change is very appreciated as well. Melody got an increase or got a buff to her max HP, which makes it a little easier for her to get her combo off, which might be good and bring her back up in the viable level as well again. Well, she was never not viable, but she was not top tier. I'm not sure I don't think this buff was needed, but it might make it a little easier for not so experienced pub players to play her, I guess. So maybe it was more aimed at that than at competitive levels. Then we got a quite big buff to Moxie. Ball Lightning cooldown decreased from 8 to 7 seconds, and the ultimate, the charge time or the impact delay got reduced by 150 milliseconds, and the mana costs got reduced tremendously by 15, 25, and what's that? 35 mana for level 1, 2, and 3. This is quite a buff, I would say, making the ultimate easier to land is quite good, and the Ball Lightning more spammable for the laning phase is very effective as well. We might see Moxie coming back in a competitive match. We will see. I like this change because I play Moxie a lot, and this will help me stomp my pub games more, so yeah. We got a small nerf to Nikolai, which is only a bug fix, but it ends up in 10% less bonus damage on his Relentless Might, which is probably for the best. We will see if this is enough to make him less annoying, because I still feel that the what's the skill called? It's Relentless Might. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, the Relentless Might is exactly that skill I'm talking about. It's still more like it's not about the damage, it's about the annoying that it's really hard to stop that skill and stop Nikolai in general. So yeah, I don't know, but bug fixing is obviously a good idea. So Ray got a small change. Burrowbot's mana cost changed. Basically, they are 5 mana more expensive on level 1 and a little cheaper on level 3. Level 3 and 4, which makes it harder for him to spam early, but makes it less annoying for him to keep his bots up later, where his mana pool is quite low in comparison to the mana cost of his skills. This is overall a buff, I think, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea to buff Ray right now, but it's a good quality of life thing for playing Ray in overall, so it might be like it's probably a little nicer or a little more fun to play Ray now, and play against him as well on the first level. But yeah, I'm not sure why we're buffing Ray. Anyway, I know why we're buffing Vex. That's a good idea. I just don't like the way we're doing it, though. The ultimate got buffed quite a bit. Reduced cooldown, reduced mana costs. Quite strong. Buffing Vex, yes, please, because Vex is a little underpowered right now, but I would have liked to see a change to his Warby Seekers or the Swarm Shot, because those skills are the things that make Vex so unreliable and useless, because these skills are just super weird to use, hard to rely on because they have a lot of RNG involved as well, and yeah, especially the Swarm Shot, it's so weird that like the homing effect is not as you want it. It can actually hurt you sometimes. The delayed damage effect, the slow effect is really weird as well. Why is it delayed? And the Warby Seekers are obviously random. So anyway, so I don't know. I would have liked to see a change to those skills instead of the ultimate, but buffing Vex overall is obviously a good idea. Then we got a nerf to Vermilion's Rocket Jump, which is the ultimate. Probably a good idea because this ultimate was very, very strong. It's still strong, I think, but this nerf is actually quite heavy. That's 0.4 seconds less stun duration on the last level, and 30 damage less. This is quite much, but Vermilion will still be viable in competitive play, so I'm not feared about I'm not scared of that. But yeah. Well, it was annoying to play against this ultimate, so nerfing a little bit, probably a good idea. Probably the second best change in this patch, the best one coming up as the last point in this video. The nerf to Carter. Yeah, we increased the recharge time of the rocket barrage, which makes him a little less spammy while keeping up his poke. This is for the best because Carter is dominating pop games and competitive games right now. So nerfing him a little bit is good, and like decreasing his sustained damage but keeping up his keeping his burst and poke level on the same as before is probably the way to go here. So I like this change quite a bit. Then we got Saku, Death and Praise is the ultimate, cast range increase. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. It was a little small, I think. Item balance. So Berserk Mask gets a buff, quite heavy actually. You only take 15% less damage, more damage instead of 20 now. Good idea because Berserk Mask was quite punishing in that regard. Titan Slayer got a nerf. It just scales a little less with HP. It was probably a little much. So oops, sorry. And Numbing Lantern got a buff and a change. It's a little weird. So the power reduction got increased from 6 to 7%, and now it grants, and it's a little cheaper, and it grants HP instead of attack speed now. Like both stats make sense. Attack speed helps you to get your stacks off quicker, like apply the power reduction quicker, and HP helps you to stay in the fight a little longer to get those shots off. S2 decided that they prefer HP and changed it. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I cannot really disagree either because I'm not really used to playing with Numbing Lantern. Probably because I'm not playing AD Carry and because it's a little underpowered right now. Maybe we see a comeback of that item. So Soul Stealer got a huge buff by increasing the Magic Bam steal by 5% from 20 to 25. Maybe we see this item as well now. I like just seeing some underused items buffed, so we see them a little more often. That's pretty good. Immortal Gaze, the same deal, quite a big buff from 370 to 450 HP and 1.4 to 1.6% max HP out of combat regeneration. This is quite huge. Making this item viable as well, maybe. The Spirit Ward change is weird, increasing the duration from 6 to 8 seconds. I don't think the duration was a problem. I would have liked to see a better mana to shield ratio, because the main issue is that you don't stack enough mana to make this really worthwhile, and maybe increase of the range of the skill, like in which area you will hit your allies with it. But well, buffing it overall is probably a good idea. Ice Watch Plate got a buff as well. Armor increased by 3, and the attack speed slow increased by 5%. This might be useful, and there's the best change in the patch. Finally, we got a huge Hexbane nerf, increasing the cooldown by 50% from 30 to 45 seconds and reducing the hex duration by 0.5 seconds from 3 to 2.5. Thanks God. Well, thanks S2, I should say, probably. So finally, a little less Hexbane meta, and I can stop buying it on every hero, I suppose. I hope. It's still a good item, though. It's not useless, but you will not see like 4 or 5 in each team in late game. So I like to see that. Overall, a good balance patch, I think. As I said, it's good to see some items getting some love, which were heavily underused. Some hero balances as well, not for the worst. And we got a new hero, which looks pretty cool. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks S2 for this patch. Have fun, and see you next time.